Hey, this is Jeff slash Daddy Rock and Roll. Just wanted to kind of show you around a little bit here at the castle. Some of the things that I've been working on. This is obviously not the castle behind me here. This is actually the first build that I had here on the area that we're at currently. So, just to give you a quick little rundown here, you can kind of see there it's moved from hut status to actually kind of a cool little place. Let me go ahead and take you up to the castle, and you guys can kind of check out some of the things that I've been up to up there. That is something that Spector slash Josiah has been working on. Actually, he has moved on. I do believe that is a done build for him, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, there is a big massive tree that is up there. I don't know if I can actually zoom in, and you got to think this is several hundred blocks up in the air. Yeah, it's a big tree actually. That chicken has been up there for a long time. Just saying. There is Moiris. Um, Also, Death Valley would be a good way to explain this. That's as light as it ever gets inside there. This is a really bad place. Um, as you can see, there's stuff hanging out. I will tell you this: we fought the Ender Dragon. He was nothing compared to going inside of here. So I'll just leave it that at that. It's a bad place. Moiris. Yeah, that is a Ender Dragon head up there. So yeah. So walking on up here to the castle. This is the Chateau Moiris, which pretty much means the castle of death or doom. One of the things you're going to see here that's slightly changed, this was one of Josiah's ideas, was that honestly the castle kind of disappeared because of all the gray that is in here. So, brought in some netherrack brick and dressed out some of this in that nice red stone, or brick I should say. You're going to see here we got some greenery going around here. Done some decor on the outside as well, since you guys have been out and looked. I do apologize if I'm moving super fast here, trying to kind of move things along. So you're going to see there we got a shape, bush, shrub, um, some art effects, arts-y things, flags. That one right there is the flag that we got banner from the end. And you're going to see some of those colors that kind of play out the green as well as some of the purple and black. So kind of thematically, some of the things that you'll see here. I think this is pretty cool actually. Yeah, that's new. A lot of the decors place flowers, so just to kind of give it sort of a more polished, finished look. Some vines here to bring in some color, and if you look back over here, that said eel fishing hole. You can actually fish out of here because in Minecraft it doesn't take a lot of water to actually be able to fish out of. So therefore, that's what I had as far as space, and that is what we have here. You're going to see this. Not much has really changed. You will see some of the color transitions that have sort of occurred. Some red bricks that kind of lay out. A new nether portal that goes out from here. That goes into the XP farm. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I do want to keep you moving, because a lot of these things you guys have seen before. Cool flowers with them decored out. A raised garden. Trying to give things some texture as far as height. Mixing some things as well to give color and texture to the build. Different levels, different heights, trimming things out in different ways. Vines, flowers, some custom trees. A neat little space back here. A launch off space that would go off from here. I, as you saw, I do have an elytra. You can actually glide. I can jump off there sometimes. Sometimes you crash, and actually glide along, and flying is a lot of fun. So, or it can be very deadly. Sorry, I did leave some mess here on the ground. I've been working in here, so therefore you are going to see that there's some stuff laying out. These boxes don't have to be here, shulker boxes. However, they are. So some differences, some changes. You're going to see a lot of differences. I brought in some different colored, different textured blocks to kind of add some interest to the build. Okay. And some changes that I think were just for the better. I felt like the castle really needed a statue. As you know, not a great big space here, and things are in block form inside of Minecraft. You only have so many things you can kind of work with. However, this is a statue nonetheless. Gladiator, warrior type. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you can. Obviously, he's down on a knee, looking forward. There's a shield. I actually wanted this sword to go upward, but I didn't have enough space, so we kind of had to improvise. The sword is actually down to the ground, so that is what we had to do. Space. I wasn't going to tear my whole roof out. The journey from who you once were to who you have become takes the heart of a warrior to endure. There's a lot of truth in that. This is my life, and I can attest to that. That's the reason I said it. So, you got to kind of look there. There's a shield, the sword over there. Some decorative pieces here to kind of give it just that extra little flair. Some things you may or may not have seen before. Minecraft seating. Not a whole lot has changed back this direction, so I'm not going to really spend a lot of time back that way. So I'm going to kind of let you see what I want you to see at the time as it happens. So you're going to see some of those pictures that have been put up. Torches with a little bit of flare. And then this area, most of you guys saw that I was chiseling this all out and excavating the stone that was in here, and now you will see that in fact that has happened. The arch system, the archway there, some decorative pieces, vines growing, artifacts, just to add some interest. The cross, just to, you know, kind of go along with the theme that you'll see here in a bit. You're going to see that radiating from the ceiling. And this tip out is new, and I really, really like it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time yet giving you too much of a view because I want you to see something else as I want you to see it. So, double fireplace there that you can see, and furniture there that you can build within Minecraft. This is the closest thing I could come up to as far as a grandfather clock within the game based upon the blocks that were inside. It's actually functional. It does work. You can see it's just about to turn completely night. Just some item frames that we sort of made into decorative pieces, and I think it's looking very, very cool. So, as we move forward and we move into what just used to be sort of alluding to, there's a hole, that's where the master bedroom is going to go. Now you're going to see that we do in fact have a master bedroom. I do apologize, I haven't done a whole lot of housekeeping in here yet. These crates will be moved into a closet area that you'll see in a bit. Now, this is the bed. This is the king's bed, or the whatever, I guess that would be me. But it's grand, it's big, it's a proper medieval style bed that is large and very cool. However, as you may or may not know, you can't create a functional bed within Minecraft just because you want to just have a cool looking bed. So I did some stuff with Spector, and he did something for me in Redstone for a trade for some tools. And there you see that we now have a functional bed that is actually the Minecraft bed, but not quite as epically cool as this bed that is buried there. So we can actually function and use this bed, and see it does in fact function now. Once we wake up, it will be day, and that's a good thing in Minecraft because terrible things spawn at night, as you saw earlier. I don't have crosshair right now because I'm trying not to record it, so I'm trying to guess as to where the center of the screen is at. So now you see, boom, it's all back, and I think that's a pretty cool looking bed. This over here, that's my dog, and I have a dog food dispenser, which you step there and it kicks out dog food. So actually it's raw zombie flesh, but hey, you know, whoops, sorry, lost my mouse there for a second. Just some cool little seating areas here, some decorative pieces, and then this goes in, that's obviously a bookshelf, into a master bath here, which I think came out pretty cool. Some overhead lighting. You're going to see some of the textures there in the ceiling. Trying to really take advantage of depth to really create that wow factor within the game. So this is where you will start seeing a lot of those crates being moved to. This is sort of a walk-in closet that will become functional storage. And then this is the master shower area. That is a Minecraft toilet. I know. It's what we got. It's what there is. Okay, so this over here, obviously mirrors. Obviously it doesn't reflect, however, it is what it is. Okay, so recessed lighting, and again, really trying to play with depth and thickness to really create a different caliber of build here. Here we have colander that we're using as a sink, and then we have the walk-in shower here that is nice, big and roomy. Wow, I would love to have this shower. It's pretty darn cool. So lighting, actually window space here, some banners. As you see, some of those green colors on the lower level kind of showing up. And then we move into, as you can see, some of the flooring also has unique inlays and things of such. And we move into the upper area, and still pretty grand, this entrance here. Really thinking it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. So now this is absolutely new. This is a vaulted ceiling, and those are window panes. And there's a reason they call window panes because they are a pain to work with. The glass is flippy, it's floppy, and there's a lot of glass up there. And laying it out and installing was extremely difficult in survival, as well as just darn challenging, because the actual glass itself wants to go every direction based upon how you are looking at the glass. So many of you guys that build within Minecraft, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It can be a real pain. So because this is of course a castle, we have our armor stands that are up here, and some examples of stuff. Of course, I didn't get so crazy that I added diamond to this, not at this point anyway. So kind of old school build. And over here I have my enchantment room, library / enchantment room. A lot of books in here, and so Jaden Mewtwo Jaw did this for me. God, I don't know if there it is. I don't really know what it does, but it's kind of cool. It moves anyway. It's a redstone piece, and it makes a kick out. And hey, it's fun, and I like it just because you built it for me. So there you can see the overhang that's there, and you can get kind of a visual of what that might look like. Again, walking into, and then we have, this is still a work in progress. Every kingdom's got to have a throne, so mine is no different. We got, there's diamonds right there, a lot of diamonds inside those two helmets, and those are brand new helmets, believe it or not. So, sit up here on my throne. Woohoo! Check that out. Look at that. What a view. So, a little seating area over there. This goes down into another nether portal that is pretty cool. Down there, there is access that I took to get that tip out that goes off that direction. And I built a tunnel that went out so I could build out to add support and build the tip out that's out there currently. Did I have to do that? Not really, because you can pretty much place blocks anywhere in Minecraft. Well, you got to have something to build off of. But needless to say, to do what I want to do underneath it, I really did have to have some way to access that. This goes into the XP farm, and there's a zombie right there right now. And that obviously goes into the nether there. As you can hear, there's a enderman somewhere who probably wants to eat my face off. So this is access to that. And then over here I have a dining area. And I do apologize for the fact that that picture probably doesn't make a lot of sense in this build, but it was the right size and it was what I had. Plus the fact that this is my resource pack, so what someone else might see may be very different than what I'm currently seeing. Some lighting there, chandelier here, pictures, just some ways to sort of dress out this build just a wee bit and give it just a little bit of wow factor. So yeah, this is probably the biggest and most, I don't know if it's, yeah, it probably is the biggest, by far the most detailed build I've ever done within the game. There are, I can't even tell you how many hours I have invested in this. A lot. So I'm going to take you over. We'll get a little view here. Doesn't that look cool? I love that roof. I wish I could take total credit for that, but there was a builder named Grian that actually I followed sort of an example that he did and have adapted into my own sort of style of build. But here you get the whole ambiance of the castle front, and I think it looks pretty spectacular actually. Builds will probably hopefully only get better, but I'm going to show you from the back side here as well. That's the reason I'm actually in creative mode, just so that I can actually bring you over and let you look at the build from the other side. There you're going to see that under support system that I talked about. There you can see the Reaper and the sickle and the flames, and then the backdrop of the evening sky there, in the gray and in the purples. I don't know why I said gray, but inside the purples there was some terraforming that I had to do on the actual mountain, because obviously it didn't fall dead center on it, and it's not dead center, but it gives it sort of a realistic sort of look. Now I see a block I missed. Dang it. I have to get to that later. But and then the support system underneath, and it actually looks, I think it looks pretty epic. So yeah, so that's my build as it sits. I will show you one other thing that I did in here. I'll fly past Spector size sky build here. This is by far the tallest build within the server. It's a long ways up. Yeah, tower's well above my castle. But this is something new that I added. This is my tower that's been sort of redone, retextured, refaced. He's got a water build. Ooh, and it looks like he finished up the top rim of that. Nice. What he calls his water house, and I actually built this off to the side here. This is a like a pirate boat. It's a small pirate boat, but it does have all the all the cool little things that you would want in any little Minecraft home, except for it's on the water and it's pretty darn cool. So, bed, furnace, oops, crafting table. You got a little storage area there, some cool banners. We got some item frames that sort of serve as pictures, and yeah, pretty cool, I think. Not something that I'd really I just kind of jumped in and just did it. I didn't really have anything I was like following. So, but I found it turned out pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't really float. It's not a completely functional. It is functional from the sense that it's a place that you could hang out and live, but it doesn't really float in the water. Um, that that is one of the XP farms. Sorry, I am moving this thing all over the place. I do apologize. This was Josiah's first build here. Over there, you're going to see the Oriental house is back there. Very cool build as well. And this is my newly facelifted spawn home here on Spawnville. So this is one of the areas that we built within the Minecraft server of Siacraft. So, and there is actually the Stone Ridge Manor there that goes back into the mountain, and is a multi-leveled like hotel essentially. So, yeah, this is what I've got. This is my build, and I hope you guys had a little fun watching this. I do apologize, it probably is a little longer than what we were expecting it to be, or longer than what I was expecting it to be, but nevertheless, there it is. Alright, castle.